All right, welcome back for example 3, finding sequence of transformations. So A says find a sequence of at least 2 combined transformations from the original to the final image. So for this problem, we are starting at A and ending at B. So it's obvious that they are the same size, so I don't think any dilations are happening. But really the way that they, so this is pointing it up, right, to the left, and this is pointing to the right, but it's down. So because of that, I know that this isn't a flat out translation. I think that there's something happening with either a reflection or a rotation. And I'm really thinking that this is more of a 180-degree rotation. So I kind of want to start there. Now remember that rule for the 180-degree rotation is I think I'm going to write over here on the side, is xy goes to negative x, negative y. And I'm hoping that that will just kind of put everything in place. So let's start here. I'm going to call this, let's call it wx. I need 4, w, x, y, z. Okay, so w, x, y, and z. All right, so w is the point. We just need to figure out this out. It's 2, 5. X is the point, oh man, I'm going to put it over here, 9, 5. Z is 4, 1. And Y is 9, 1. Okay. So let's go ahead and apply this 180-degree rotation. Uh-oh, that didn't work out. Okay. To this figure. Okay, so we're going to start with W. Okay, this is moving. Hold on a second. Try to get this to not move. I don't know why it's moving all of a sudden. The camera. Okay, so let's try. Let's start with W. And W is 2, 5, and we're going to have that go to W prime, which just means everything gets negative. So it's negative 2, negative 5. Right? Okay, so I'm going to plot that. And negative 2, negative 5 would be right here. And that would be W prime. Okay, let's go to X is 9, 5 going to X prime, which would be negative 9, negative 5. Okay, so negative 9, negative 5 would be right here. And that would be X prime. Let's go to Y, and that's 9, 1 going to Y prime. Everything gets to be negative, right? So negative 9, negative 1 would be right here, and this would be Y prime. And lastly, Z, 4, 1 going to Z prime, negative 4, negative 1. And negative 4, negative 1. And that would be Z prime. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and make this figure here. And hopefully it's in the same position as this figure up here. And it looks like it is, right? It looks like we're kind of pointing at the bottom, we're pointing right, and at the bottom here, we're pointing right. So it looks like we're in the right configuration as far as all the vertices and things like that. Now, it just looks like it needs to shift or translate up. So we just need to determine what that is. Okay, so find a sequence of at least. Okay, so let's say the first thing that we do is so from A to, we'll just say trap for trapezoid, W, X, Y, Z. goes to trapezoid W prime, X prime, Y prime, Z prime by a 180-degree rotation, right, which is XY goes to negative X, negative Y. And then number 2, trapezoid W prime, X prime, Y prime, Z prime goes to, let's call this W double prime, X double prime, Y double prime, Z double prime. So trapezoid W double prime, X double prime, Y double prime, Z double prime. And I think it's really a translation of, let me see here. Okay, so what's happening? I think we go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and over 2. Okay. A translation of XY goes to X, what do we say, over 2 this way to the right. So X plus 2, Y goes up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus 6. Okay, so let's just see if that works for every single one. So here we are at X, goes over 2, up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that works. Perfect. Let's go to Y. Over 2, that's right, up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then Z, over 2, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, perfect. So that is it. We have a 180-degree rotation followed by a translation. So it says find a sequence. Let's go back and read the instructions. Find a sequence of at least 2 combined transformations from the original to the final stage. So there we go. That is our answer. Okay, let's go ahead and look at another example. Okay, let's look at this one. A lovely triangle here. Is this the right one? Yeah, I think this is the right one. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right. So we have a lovely triangle. It says find a sequence of at least 2 combined transformations from the original to the final image. Okay, so we have this, and this is our A, this is our B, and this is our C, right? And then this is, well, they're calling this our A prime, and B prime, and C prime. Okay, so we can tell that this is small and this is big, right? So we're going to have some element of a dilation. The issue is just when we do that. So let's go ahead and just start labeling points here. Think, Joy, think, Joy, think. Okay, so this A is -1 up 3. So -1, 3. C is 1, 3. B is 0, 1. Okay. And then we can just label these as well. So what is C prime? C prime is 3, 1. And this is 0, -5. And this is -3, 1. So when I'm looking at this, I know that there's a dilation, right? I'm not sure what the scale factor is, but I also think that there might be some type of, it looks like, okay, we got AC on top, AC on top, B is on the bottom, right? So the letters are in the right order per se. So that means that we wouldn't need to rotate or reflect it. But I think that there might be a translation happening here. And so part of me wants to go ahead and move this down So it kind of lines up a little bit more with this triangle and then kind of dilate it, but I'm not exactly sure. So I want to try to maybe move this AC line down to this and then just kind of see if that works. So if I was to move this down 2 units and put the AC here, right? And because this is already called A prime, C prime, and B prime, I'm going to call this, I'm just going to call it like X and Y. Okay, so now this point is, what is Y? 1, 1. And X is -1, 1, right? All right, so I just want to go ahead and see if I can go from here to here. So like 1 times, to get to 3, it'd have to be 1 times 3, right? So 1 times 3 would be 3, but 1 times 3 is not 3. This would have to be 3 as well. So this is kind of interesting because, well, what if I just go from here to here? If I go from 1 to 3, it'd have to be 1 times 3 to 3, and then this would have to be 3 times 3, which would make it 9, which is not what this is at all. So it makes me think that that is not the place for it. Well, it's not even, this is wrong.